Hi, I'm just getting ready to go out, so I thought I would do my first YouTube video, something I've been thinking about for a long time. So I'm going to do my skincare routine. So I guess this is your sort of morning skincare routine. I've got no makeup on, just got out of the shower, and yeah, so here we go. I'm new to this, as I said, very first video, so the whole looking at the camera thing, I'm going to have to work on that once I've actually played this back to myself. So here it goes. So the first thing I do is cleanse. Obviously a good cleanse. I use this. This is Indio Cleanse. Indio is an Australian skincare brand. So if you just did a Google search for Indio, you wouldn't come up with much. You'd probably have to search for Indio skincare. It's only available from beauty salons and cosmeticians, so if you go to their website they will tell you where you can get it. It's a really gentle cleanser. It's for normal, oily, combination skin. I've got a normal to sensitive skin, so I find this is really gentle, good on my skin. So just a couple of squirts, you don't need a lot. Massage it in. And then simply remove with a damp washcloth. For a washcloth. I'll probably do that twice because there's a little bit of residue. Now, normally I'd probably do a final splash with water. You need to use the washcloth to really help with the exfoliant. This is an exfoliating gentle cleanser, but it's really good to get in there with your washcloth. And then I'd normally follow with a rinse. It's really important not to use a water that's too hot or too cold. Either way, either too hot or too cold can damage the capillaries and cause redness. And you should use you need to wash your face, wash it every day. There's a lot of bacteria in these things. I am patiently waiting the arrival of my Clarisonic Mia. I'll put links in the sidebars. Is it that way? I guess we'll see. And if you don't know what a Clarisonic is, it's really, well, it looks really good, and I'll do a review next week. The idea of that is that you use it to cleanse your face. It's like a brush that oscillates, and the bristles themselves are resistant to bacteria, much easier to clean, that sort of thing. So then I tone, Witch Hazel. You'll be able to get this anywhere, any chemist, drugstore, Coles. So cheap, so effective, all natural, no chemicals. I usually don't use the skincare I use is quite expensive. I think this cleanser is about $50–60. But look, you don't need a lot of it, as I said. I never used to use a toner, because I had quite normal skin, even a little bit of dryness, and the toner, like Witch Hazel, is a little bit drying, but I started to get a little bit of oily skin around my nose, forehead and chin during the summer, and so all I did is pop this into my skincare regime. Sorry, I'm really bad with the camera angles, and yeah, so that's my toner. I keep my little cotton pads in my drawer. So this is really good at the end of the day as well, because it helps you to get just that, if there's any little makeup on, but it helps to get the residue off from a cleanser, and the idea is that it tightens those pores and gets a little bit extra sort of sebum out of the skin. Sebum's what makes it oily. I use this rather than like an oil, as a cleanser for oily skin, because I can think they can be really harsh and drying. Even oily skin needs moisture. If your skin is sort of not really, really oily, it's a combination or a medium amount of oiliness. You don't want to be using a really harsh cleanser, because as you strip away the oils, your face is actually going to start producing more and more and more. And you don't want that. Okay, so next you moisturise. Now I am hooked on Chanel moisturiser, which is killing my bank balance. but they're so good. So this is Chanel Precision Hydramax Active Serum. The idea of this, the salesperson told me, is that it goes on under your moisturiser and it gets down into your skin at a deeper level. And then the Hydramax Active Moisture Fluid goes on top, and that's sort of the top layer of skin and that sort of thing. I'm going to use both of these now. My skin's feeling a little bit dry, but if you've just got a normal day, or if you've cleansed really well the night before, I just alternate. Usually I have one in my gym bag and one in the cupboard at home. Yeah, so you just need a tiny little pump, something like that. That's even a little bit too much. And you just very gently put it in. I focus on my drier areas. For some reason it's my cheeks, down the middle of my nose. I avoid in here. Quick swish across the chin and between my eyebrows. So that's the serum. And the moisturiser. If you're going to go like one or the other, the moisturiser is, you would start with that, because you can use these on its own. And I mean, look, I said I alternate, I use either one, but start with the moisturiser. This moisturiser is great for dry skin. That's when I started buying it. It was I had dry skin, I went into Chanel and they recommended this one. It's so intense, but in terms of moisture, but you can see here, it's very light fluid. It's not oily, it's not creamy, it's like almost a liquid. So even though it's really great for dry winter skin, I might not recommend it for oily sort of acne prone skin, but if you've just got normal sort of skin, this is really great as well because it's so light and thin. It's not going to cause you to break out. Well, it doesn't cause me to break out. And then my eye cream. This is my first eye cream. I've just started using an eye cream. I'm in my early 20s, but I guess it's never too late to start with the preventative aging treatments. I noticed like one little wrinkle under my eye the other day and completely freaked out. So this is Indio Eye Perfect. Now on their website it actually says, and on the back it says, for all skin types, particularly suited to those concerned with the signs of visible aging around the eye. So you can't yet see it. It's not, you know, I guess people in their 30s more would be looking for this, particularly when it's around $90. So somebody in their 20s might not really be too keen to spend that much yet. But I'm all about skincare, and I'm just giving this a go. I really love Indio and their products. It's an Australian brand, so it's great to support an Australian brand, and I find that they are, you know, you get what you pay for. So they're really good. So this is my eye cream. I put a little tiny bit on the back of my hand. Now you don't need much at all. My beautician said actually that this would last me almost a year. So, oh, sorry. There we go. Just a little bit. And you use your fourth finger and you just dab it on. Now what you're doing is you actually find the bone, like the eye socket, and you put it around there. The skin around your eye is, and then up here again on the socket. The skin around your eye is very, very thin, so that's why you just want that. It's very fragile. But also it has this unique sort of way of, when it pulls in the moisture and your creams and that, sort of saps it in from the outside. So that's why you only need to put it around the socket, because that sort of crepey skin in there, it's really going to draw it in on its own, so you don't need to sort of put a lot. Okay, well, this was more for my own benefit than anybody else's. I'm really looking forward to doing like product reviews, so that's what I will be starting next. I'm crazy for beauty and skincare and hair care products, so I'm going to do reviews more than sort of tutorials. I'm no, you know, Michelle Fan or Candy Johnson. You know, I'm not a makeup artist or a skincare expert. I just wanted to have a bit of fun. So, thanks.